Oh, they've taken this place as well. So that means we can do a small commute. Soon we will do a small commute. First of all, need to take the rest. Is that area that's needed? Yes, it is. How many ships were there? Only a couple. Let's try to reach here and get picked up. I wonder where is their capital right now? I'm scared of an attack here. No, we're not interested. Oh, here is the capital. Speaking of the devil, I found it. Lao or Lai, I mean, is their capital. Or it was their capital, since it's no longer possible for it to be. Let's continue on. There's not that many left. Soon it will be over. Oh, I almost forgot about you. Over here. Let's see. There we go. What is this place? Exmouth? It's a really strange name. Really strange name. So how come you're not moving forward? If I remove things like trying to hold these areas, will you move forward then? Like, for example, there's no real reason to hold that. And I did order you to blitzing stance. You will even be allowed to reorganize yourself. I lost one that was going to Sweden. This is customary, apparently. And attack here. San Cristobal. Well, there's a couple of things left to take. Then head back. There we go, and we can speed up a bit since honestly it's a bit low intense at the moment. Actually, it has been for a bit ever since I defeated the British Navy. And move along the islands. Island hopping, one might call it. Since it's exactly what it is. It's a pretty damn good way of describing it. They even had submarines. And here's some French islands. So we can stop being mean to the poor Australians. The Chinese are still not very content with my rule. For some reason they want to rule themselves. How rude of them. And I can't even... stupid thing. Can't even see where to put my soldiers. Well, I went fast. It's just a bit confusing that there are separate places for it all. Does not matter. And this one can't go any further. I don't think, honestly, the French will give any sort of resistance. The fall of Sydney. Will Australians recover? Well, that's a bit late, wouldn't you say? That event is not really keeping up. Well, took this place as well. Seemingly it takes forever to move along this island. So a lot of technology is being unlocked at the same time. And naval air targeting and strikes. Okay. Nav pilot training. And which is the next one? I'm approaching... Did I not mark this one? What a shame. And these ones can't provide any protection any further. But it is not needed. Fiji. The Fiji Islands. Come on, get over here. Perfect. Let's take the next port. Basically just to make sure that there will not be any form of raids or anything, convoy raids in the future. If somehow the British Navy managed to pick up the remains of themselves and build up a new great fleet. I don't want to be challenged in my sea. Where did this go there? Did I manage to take Fiji now? I did, and they ran away like scared dogs. Holy shit! That was a bad day for the Australian Navy. Is there any other place where they can hide now? There is not. Well done. Well done. Pick up this little guy. I will have the one in Darwin left where he is standing right now. There's no need to move him. I will need some people in the vicinity. Well, rebase. And pick them up and... yeah, these two will be the ones attacking New Zealand, I believe. What happened to the other fella? There he is. Well, first of all, you can relocate to Melbourne. Or Brisbane, I mean. And then head back out there. Fiji was one, so... prepare for the movement of the next fella. Here we are, and the next area is Fongafale, or whatever it was. And that is taken. So this place is the next one after that. Samo. Fairly easy battle, all things considered. American Samoa. Well, that's not really interesting to me. Since I'm not at war with the Americans. Wait, what did I click? What did I click? Oh, not upgraded. Whew. Well, I fixed that. They can upgrade all they want if need be. Well, this is the American place, and the last place should be then... well, apart from these over here, should be then... what is this called? Tahiti. So let's take Tahiti. Before really attacking New Zealand. Yeah, Tahiti, it's a magical place. Oh, it's actually on Tahiti area. There we go. Before heading, just make sure there's no other place here, right? Yeah, so this is the last area which I need to take. Except for New Zealand. Hi, New Zealand. I apologize in advance, but you're going to get crushed. Or maybe not, actually. It's not going that well. Well, eventually did, but they did put up some resistance. It's lousy, lousy Kiwis. Where are they? There they are. And soon I can get rid of this whole plan. And I haven't removed research in a while, so let's do that. I think I'll lower the research amount, honestly, and get everything else up. Good, another place taken. And honestly, I can move the fleet to try to take Wellington. And then head further in here. And try to shore up Northern Ireland. Before heading towards the southern one. And take the last port here that I need to take. So, with that done... Oh, come on, I just... Okay, never mind. So, one more thing left. One more thing left, then it should be done. They have no ports to sustain themselves. No supply routes. New Zealand's army can't support itself. And it will be annihilated as such. There we go. Poor New Zealanders. Tried their best, but it just was not good enough. Just was not good enough. Here and then... No! No. It should be done. The deed should be done. The rest should be just American stuff. A few remaining American islands. Guam, Wake Island, Midway, Hawaii, Johnston, and so on. And of course American Samoa. And a few other places here that I cannot take. And unfortunately the Italians have lost Palestine. They were in Iraq but never managed to truly take it, and the Germans are being slightly pushed back on the Eastern Front. I'm not going to overreact here, but no, it's not looking brilliant, honestly. And meanwhile, the Canadian forces has landed in southern Norway. So things are not looking the best for our poor allies in Europe. I might have to aid Italy eventually in Africa. But first my troops need to take India here, but they are fairly slow at doing it. And honestly, I am wasting a lot of IC. I could honestly do with just building a few more infantry divisions. And my fleet is getting ready for another navy to be built. I mean, my navy is getting ready for another fleet to be built. That's what I meant to say. I could do maybe with a couple of more convoys. And a few more escorts. Can't hurt. So now I should have some more production. So I don't waste any production. And apparently this is the capital and I cannot even reach it, so it's an impenetrable capital. But at least for the Axis it's looking well over here in the Pacific. I just hope that they manage to turn the tide over there. For now I am reaching Christchurch soon. And that should spell the doom of New Zealand. Maybe I just need to take whatever this place is called first. Let's see. There we go. So now New Zealand is ours. And with New Zealand having fallen, essentially all of the Pacific is in my hands. Everything from Thailand to Indonesia, well, the Philippines is not, to Polynesia and Micronesia, whatever all of these are called, the Pacific, to New Guinea or Papua New Guinea or whatever it's called, to Australia, and of course New Zealand, which is beautiful, beautiful, and have a strong navy to support it with. And now all that is needed is to basically deploy my remaining guys here, redirect some troops over here, and then get some ports along here, and then push alongside my already advancing army and crush India. But that will be a tale for another episode.